everyone. Got some new pens today, didn't I? Yeah, got some yesterday as well. Got some Wednesday and Tuesday. I got a lot of pens this week and last week. Yeah, all right. Got lots of pens. They're all here. We're going to do some writing samples. We're going to compare them. We're going to see which ones we prefer. And yeah, we're just going to have a lot of fun because it really is, isn't it? Yeah, sure is. Cool. Let's get into it. Right, first up, it's the Lamy 2000. I know you've seen the other video of me doing the Lamy 2000 as it arrived, but it was pretty bad. Here you can see that gorgeous nib. Look at that. Now that's a broad. Wonderful. And I'm just going to write all about it. So what is it? We've got the Lamy, L-A-M-Y 2000. It's a B, as we just said, yeah. And it is pilot. Oops, the angle, terrible. All right, do the angle. Pilot. That's awful. Hiro Shizuku. Yep, and the ink is Konpeki. So that's with a K, isn't it? Yeah, Konpeki. Like that. There we go. Yep, that's what we got. All right, there it is. What's next? Next we have the Wingsungs. Okay, so there's a reason for these, and they're going to come in quick succession. So first up, we've got the Wingsung 630, and we've got two of them. So this one I had before. It's a Wingsung 630. It's got the steel nib. It's a piston filler, and you can see there the ink. That has to be Aurora Australis. The other option could have been dark lilac, but it doesn't have that green thing that seems to happen with all the dark lilacs. Right, so that's the first one. Let's have a look what it writes like. So we've got the Wingsung. Can't see it, can you? No. Wingsung. Not great. It's Wingsung 630. Come on, man. It's an F. It's a steel nib. Yep. And then it has, it's really not flowing, is it? Oh, don't matter. What have we got? We've got Van Diemen. And it's Aurora Australis, as we said, yeah. So Aurora Australis. Here we go. All right. And of course, it's got that number 8 there. So it's a number 8. Big honkin' steel awesomeness. There it is. All right, but as we saw, it's not particularly good writing there. Yeah, we've got a better one this week. Look at this one. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit because you guys probably can't see much here. Hey, come on. Oh, seem to be stuck. Oh well, good enough. Here it is, the second one. So the difference here is it doesn't have the top and bottom chopped off. So if it had the Mont Blanc cap, this would look exactly like a Mont Blanc 149. But no, it is Chinese. It's a Wingsung. Let's write about it. It is. Nope. No, that wasn't very good. Wingsung 630. F again. Steel. Right. The ink this time is different. We've got the diamine oxblood, I think this one, isn't it? Yeah. Diamine oxblood. Love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful ink, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've got them here. Let's have a look at it. So, this one's the oxblood, the diamine bottle. Very pretty. Aurora Australis is this one. So it's a little bottle. You usually have a bit of the shimmer in the bottom there with all these gorgeous Van Diemen inks. That particular one doesn't have any, but it's the most sheeny ink that I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And then the Konpeki. So this was the ink that we've put inside the Lamy 2000. In fact, I've got this ink in quite a few of the other pens because it doesn't have any shimmer and it's really smooth and just falls out of the thing at a million miles an hour with some incredible surfactants. So anyway, yeah, there we are. So that's the second of the Wingsung 630s. Why did I pull them out? Well, it's because the second one here only just arrived, so this is a brand new one for me. But also it gives me this U-Butte excuse to pull out the 629, which turned up today. So, Wingsung 629, a little bit smaller, put up next to the 630. So yeah, the 630 looks like a Mont Blanc 149, and this one looks like a Mont Blanc 146. Or it looks like a Pilot Custom 823. Especially when you take the cap off and you have a look at what the nib looks like. Oh, look at that, it's gold. Not just fake gold, it is real gold. We've got a 14 karat gold nib there. Not a particularly expensive pen for what it's got there. And it actually writes superbly, but don't take my word for it. Let's see what it looks like. So, Wingsung. Told you there'd be some more Konpeki, didn't I? Wingsung. Don't like that. 629, and it's a, what is it? It's a B actually. It's a B. It's a broad. It's a 14K gold. Number six, and then the ink is the, as we said before, the Pilot. Hiroshizu. Yep. And then it's the Konpeki again. So KON. Sort of looks like what I meant to write. Good enough. Smooth as anything. Look at that thing. Big lines, yeah. Glorious. Fabulous. Alright, put the lid back on because I like this one. Don't want to leave it dry out. Look at that nib. My goodness. Tell you what though, as gold nibs come now, you know what, I'm going to leave it off because look at what's coming next. I mean, we've seen this one before. I've shown it to you a couple of times now, I'm sure. It's 632 with a number 8 gold nib. 18 karat, more gold, bigger nib. Whew, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Look at those two things there. They are so nice. This one's a little pricey though, I won't lie. So this one was the Wingsung 632. So we'll do it here, Wingsung. Look at that. 632. It's an M, was it? Or... crikey, I forget. 632, yeah, it was an M. It's an M. It's 18 karat, and it's got the number 8. Yep. What's the ink, I hear you ask? Well, that's the, again, it's a Pilot Roshizuku. But which one is it? Well, Yamabudo. Also love heart because man, I love that ink. I love it absolutely so much. Lid's back on the 629. Lid back on the 632. Where's the ink, I hear you say? The Yamabudo. Here it is. Same bottle as the Konpeki, but this time it's got that gorgeous magenta. Yeah, I've been going through this one. I absolutely love this ink. So nice. Anyway, that's the end of my Wingsungs for today. What do we got next? Well, it's time to get on to the ADMOK M800s. What's special about those, I hear you ask? Well, I got 3 of them. That's what's special. First one that I got, you've seen before. I was whinging about the finish and how the acrylic doesn't sort of shimmer away. It's just kind of a matte finish. And I've also shown you this one before, which is that Galaxy one that looks absolutely spectacular. You've also seen the amber and black version that I've got here. But what is new about these is that I just received a couple of Bock broad nibs today to complement the gorgeous broad Schmidt nib that I've got in this one. Which one is the best, you reckon? What do you reckon? Well, let's do that weird, boring ocean one here. This one here. I forget what I think it's called an ocean something or whatever, but it's the ADMOK. So let's write it down. What do we got? ADMOK. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. So much fluid. All right, ADMOK, M800. M800, it's a B. They're all Bs. This one is the Bock. Bock. Yep, it's a Bock. It's number 6. Yeah. Steel. Yep. And it has, what's the ink? Oh, I don't remember. Yes, I do. Van Diemen Arctic Blast. So Van Diemen Arctic Blast. The Arctic Blast is a really, really nice ink. Actually, it's what got me onto those chameleon inks from Diamine. I ended up with a big bottle of it. Here it is. So nice, this ink. It's just incredible. It's got that really red sheen, and it's got that there's some blue shimmer and some red sheen, and it just does lots of things all at once. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. It's not the last time we'll see it tonight either. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the Bock. Should we do the other Bock as well? Yeah. So this one here, also the Bock Broad. We've got another ADMOK. Let's write it down again. So ADMOK. ADMOK, M800. Yep, it's another bean. Bock. Number 6, steel. Right. And then the ink, what is it? So this again looks like this one here, wasn't it? The Oxblood. So Diamine. Oxblood. I don't know about that one. Yeah, it's all right. As long as it was a little earlier today. Maybe I've run out of ink. Who knows? All right, well, that's 2 out of 3. And I tell you what, lucky last, this one here, my favourite, Schmidt. The Schmidt one, and for the Schmidt we've put in that's with the Galaxy finish on the acrylic, yeah. And this one we've got the Van Diemen Arctic Blast again. So it's the same as the first one there, but let's write it down, see what it looks like. So remember, Schmidt. Oh, already, man, check out that extra bit of juice that's come out the top there compared to this one up here. So ADMOK, all caps, because it's just, yeah, it's an all caps kind of thing. ADMOK, like that. That's just perfect, isn't it? M800. Again, it's a B. Schmidt. Extra D. Schmidt. Schmidt. And it's the Galaxy. The Galaxy one. And then the ink is Van Diemen. And sorry for smudging the ADMOK over just above there. I promised myself I'd space myself out tonight, but you guys don't care, do you? Let's go on to the next page after this one. Yeah, I'll sort it out. Van Diemen. I'm just going to write this with all sorts of flourishes because I'm just so excited. Van Diemen. Like that. Yep, and it's going to be the Arctic Blast again. So Arctic Blast. Like that. I'll tell you what, I've just smudged the hell out of that thing. Just too exciting. Oh well, don't matter. Yeah, no one cares. Next up, so that's all of them, right? So that's the Schmidt. Just doing that thing with those line widths, right? So, yeah, that's nice compared to the Bock. Let's use the same ink in the box, so it's a fair comparison. So here we've got not as much variation. I mean, it's smooth. It's still very, very smooth, but it's not as interesting as the Schmidt. And that's funny because most people don't say that. They reckon that the Schmidt's the number 2 against the Bock. They love their Bocks. Well, I love my Schmidts. Well, I love my only Schmidt. This is my only Schmidt. Next page. Get rid of all that smudging. There's one gone. Wonderful. All right. Next page. That'll do. Here's another one. Okay, what's up next? What is up next? I'll tell you what's next. We're going to put the cap back on this Wingsung 630 before it gets really angry with me. Feels good, doesn't it? What have we got? Oh, yeah. Oh, excitement. Excitement. Look at these two. What a couple. What a couple, eh? So, you've seen this one before. We've already looked at it. It's titanium for all the metal bits. Spoken about the clip as well, how, see how there's just that little tiny thin bit of metal there, and you can see that it's riveted to the top part there, instead of it just being a single piece. That is a really nice clip, nice springiness to it, but it's quite thin, so it moves, and it, yeah, if it was any thicker, it wouldn't springs nicely, but yeah, it's gorgeous. It really is, eh? So what's in it now? It's still got that Bock. We had a Bock broad. Only difference is I put some Gudrun Far Traveller in there. So titanium, look at that. Oh, that's the thing. That baby bird thing again, yeah. Gudrun Far Traveller. So there's the sheen. You can see it. Every time I turn over the pen, it just shows the sheen, which disappears in a couple of seconds because it just sinks back down at the bottom. Shows you how quickly it just moves around in there, hey? Gorgeous ink. Gorgeous ink. Which one? This one? This one is the yeah. It's definitely that Gudrun Far Traveller ink, which is this one. It's another Van Diemen, and you can see at the bottom of that one, it's got that shimmer. That's the stuff. Ample, absolutely ample shimmer. It's so pretty. All right. Well, how does the pen go? Well, we've seen it before. Let's just do it again. Hey, so Asvine. I don't know. Asvine. Either way, P36, yeah, because it's piston filler, so it's a P36. Yeah, man, that comes out nicely again, doesn't it? So it's a B. It's a Bock B. Yeah, a Bock is steel. Steel number 6. Steel number 6. And then the ink is Van Diemen. Focus there, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Van Diemen, Gudrun Far Traveller. Like so, Gudrun Far Traveller. Can't see much shimmer at the moment. I think when that happens, it does happen with this ink and this nib. Tends to get blocked up there, and it goes light, and then it stops flowing completely. I mean, there's some. I know I can see some in there. It's not too bad actually. There's definitely some shimmer in there. You can see it. Yeah. All right, that's that one. So why did I pull this one again? It's because why did I pull it out? It's because I got this one today. This one arrived. Very similar, but instead of having the piston, it has the vac fill. Right. So different ink as well. Still titanium. Still got that same clip. Lid's a bit different. Well, both sides are different. So we've got squared off cap instead of the rounded off cap. I think I prefer rounded off in this one, but you know. Oh, it's very pretty at the top there as well. Look at that. Nice. What else is different? So this one has these two rubber O-rings there, which, I mean, you think about it, what is it for? It's where if you want to post the thing, that is not going to come off. If you squish that on those rubber O-rings, yeah, that's solidly posted. Mind you, it's now absolutely honking gigantic as a pen. I mean, you know, it's a statement and a half. It's titanium components with these rubber O-rings. You've got, you know, the transparent demonstrator and this gigantic ink reservoir for which ink? Which ink do we know? Yes, Van Diemen Arctic Blast, of course. What's the nib? Oh, yeah. This one is totally nuts. Absolutely bonkers. How about we just write and you tell me what you reckon? Okay, so we're going to write Asvine. Oop. Again, so, no, hang on. Asvine. It is the V200. V200, it has a custom grind. What is it doing? Have you noticed? So what is it? It's got a Naginata togi or whatever those things are that the what are they called? Oh, I don't know. Is it the same on King of Pen? They do those? I don't know. It's Anyway, it's weird. What it does is if you hold it up like so, sort of up the vertical, and you do a line that way, it's quite a narrow width. And then as you come down and start going to the horizontal, you end up with a far greater line width, way, way greater, yeah? And side to side, it's the same again. So side to side, you know, just straight up and down, quite narrow. But then as you bring it down, you end up with this, you know, very fat line width. So yeah, that's just this really weird grind. And they've done it to it's a lemon. What is it? Yeah, it's a lemon nib. That's right. It's a lemon nib, and they call it a long knife. So it's a long knife, 1.2 to 1.7. So let's write that down. We've got so it's titanium. No idea how to best this for my handwriting. I'll have to practice a bit. I only got it today, so give me a break, guys. Lemon, long knife. And it's a 1.2 to 1.7. Apparently. What's the ink? Well, we all know that, don't we? You've seen the shimmer. You've seen the shimmer in there. You can see it. We've seen this one before tonight, haven't we? Many times. Van Diemen. Which one? Arctic Blast. Exclamation for the blast. Here we go. All right, well, that's the end of that craziness. What do we got up next? More craziness. Nah, I know, exactly right. So those two are mental. This is mental too, and that's why it's come out now. So I had a bent nib in a fairly cheap pen that I just gave away to that, you know, that world's greatest child under 10 that I spoke about the other day, who let me use her plasma globe. So I let her have that bent nib pen, and she's absolutely loving it. But guess what? Sorry, sweetie. I got a prettier one, and it's mine. Well, I don't know. Maybe just have to ask nicely. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, you know what that does, don't you? Yeah. So for lefties, it's great because, you know, just a bit like that long knife one. Lefties, you know, when you're trying to use one of those flexi nibs, because you're pushing all the time, you can't really push and flex the nib, whereas something like this, where you just change the angle and it changes the line width, you know, you go sort of up like this and you can get this kind of reasonably thin line, but then if you kind of go along that flat bit and you just like put it on the sheet and just draw, it's just massive line like nothing else, yeah? Yeah, so, you know, Simon is me, sort of, like that. Yep. But then, you know, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with that ink. All right. Well, we see it's the same ink as before. So what is it? Let's just write it down. So what do we got? This is a Jinhao, and it's a Century 100. Yeah, Century 100. That's what a century is. It's kind of like dozen 12 or gross 144. What a silly name. But anyway, whatever. Bent nib. Yep, and it's 1.0 mil. Although that looks a bit fatter than 1 mil over here. I think that's yeah, considerably more than that. What do we got for the ink? Again, it's Van Diemen. And it's the Arctic Blast. Let's go fat. Yep. Got to have that exclamation mark for the fatness there. So pretty. All right, put the thing back on. Such a pretty pen, hey? I don't think I'm going to have this for long. I reckon it's going to get nicked. That's okay. All right. What else we got? On to Oh, yeah. This came. So this is a Pen BBS, and it's my first ever Pen BBS. I mean, sure, I got another Pen BBS. I got this yesterday, and today I got another Pen BBS. But what's special about this one? Why was I so excited? Well, I'm excited because it's a piston filler. It is an absolutely rigid-edge piston filler there, and in the lid, you can see it's got an O-ring just at the base there. So this, it feels really secure when you put it all back together. And I'll tell you what, it reminds me of the Pilot Kakuno or the, actually more so the Prera. More the Prera, because it's got that it's way nicer than the Prera because it's got the piston fill. But you know what? How much do you reckon this thing was? So the nib is in-house. It's a Pen BBS nib, although I've got to say it looks almost identical to the Prera and the Pilot. What is it? The Prera and the doesn't matter anyway. Those cheapies, Kakuno. That's it. The Kakuno. And same with the feeder. The feeder looks exactly the same as well. So this one now has some Yamabudo ink in it, and the reason I've done that is because the Yamabudo flows really well. You can see it really nicely, and it comes out really nicely as well. So what do we got? We've got Pen BBS. Come on, where is it? There we are. Pen BBS. Smooth, hey? It's Pen BBS 494. It has a B. No, surely not. Apparently it does. It's a B. So it's a B steel nib. It has a piston film. And last but not least, it's got the Pilot Iroshizuku. Yep. Yamabudo. Love the Yamabudo, don't we? Love this pen. $9. That's $9 Australian. That's like, I don't know, $5 or something US. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, to put into perspective, I think the cheapest other one that I've ever got as a piston fill was about $30, $40, something like that. They're really, really expensive. I mean, yeah, definitely over 10. That's nuts. Anyway, really good entry-level pen and, piston fill. So, yeah, fantastic. Love it lots. All right, what else we got? We're on to the home stretch now. 3 to go. So, Pen BBS. Also Pen BBS. This is a nice one. Look at that. So the finish on the acrylic there is just sublime. There's no sort of top bit there. It's just solid. Normally there's a bit of a cap on the top there where you can where the clip gets slotted into, but that's kind of integrated inside the resin there and the acrylic. The pattern is absolutely glorious, and it's smooth there where the cap sits. Yeah, I mean it's really nice, absolutely really nice. It's the 491, and this has supposedly got an F nib, which is so weird, right? Because that's an F, but this other one was supposed to be a B. I mean, I don't get that, but I mean, you haven't seen it. You haven't seen how it writes yet, but let's just do it. See what we got. So this is again a Pen BBS. Yeah, I mean that's definitely fatter than the last one, isn't it? So Pen BBS. Oh, feels so good. Such a good nib. It's got a converter, this one, so just write it. Yeah, converter. Yeah, it's pity because everything else about it is really advanced and just phenomenal. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive as well than the last one. So this is the Penbbs BBS 491. It's an F nib and it's got steel nib. Yep, and what else? We've the ink. The ink. It's that Pilot Iroshizuku again. So Pilot Iroshizuku. And which one? It's the Konpeki. Right. Now, put a dash in there as well. Yeah, I think that's how they write it. Wonderful. Look at that nib. Look at that nib. these guys. I don't want to have more of their pens yet. I'm sure there's going to be a flourish. Last couple. Should we go into another page? Yeah, let's do that. We need some more room. We can spread ourselves out. Look at that one. Oop, no, you can't see it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. These last two are by a brand called Kaigelu. They got a kangaroo on the top, which is kind of strange for a Chinese pen company, but there we go. See that there? Yeah, now I'm out of focus. So get back on the paper there and sort of lock it in. Yeah, no, there, much better. How's that? Perfect. All right. Yeah, the acrylic finish on this, I don't know, it sort of made me think of physics and atoms and exploding, Oppenheimer type stuff. I don't know. Those yellow whizzing bits of energy. Just looks dangerous. It's not, it's just a pen. Don't worry, guys. Anyway, let's take the lid off, see what's inside. Man, it's hard to get that lid off. Lots and lots of turns. What's that? Yeah, it's Kaigelu nib. It's their own nibs. This one is called, so it's Kaigelu, yeah. So Kaigelu, and it's the Kangaroo 316. Kangaroo 316. It's a converter, so just write converter. Yep, and it has an F nib, steel. Yep, and then what do we got? We've got again, it's the Yamabudo, isn't it? So yeah, it's the Pilot, Hiroshi, Zuku, Yamabudo. Big heart, a couple, bit of underlining. What's the nib like? Yeah, decent amount of line width variation there, just by pressing a bit harder. It's quite good, isn't it? How does it keep up? Very well. Yeah, that was me. That wasn't it. Yep, great. Guess what? One to go. It's another Kaigelu. It's a green acrylic. And you know what? I'll put some pink ink in this. Because, green and pink, of course. That's the ink it is. Right, so this is the Kaigelu 316. It's got that incredible green acrylic, quite shimmery and very marbly and pearlescent, beautiful thing, yeah. It's a converter, yeah, so a bit boring, but that's okay, because it's the nib that matters, and that nib is so wet for an M. It's absolutely nuts. Check this one out, hey? So it's a Kaigelu. Look at that. That's bonkers. Kaigelu 316. It's a converter pen. Yeah, converter. It's got an M nib. It's a steel nib. And the ink, yeah, you guessed it, Pilot. Shizuku. Yamabudo. Look at that. How nice is that? What about the line width? What can we get out of this one? Push hard. Oof. Do better than that. Come on. Nope. Again. Yeah, there we are. Nope. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we are. Much better now. Look at that. What about sideways? Yeah, not much difference. Yeah, that sheen here at the end, hey? It's pulling. But this bit at the end there, that's incredible. Look at that. Oop. Ah, come on. Yeah. It's not doing it very well, is it? Yeah. It was doing it so well earlier today. Yeah, it's pretty good. You know what, everyone? That's it. That was the last one. Amazing. Bye.
Bye.